imagine that so much attention is placed upon doing things in the three-dimensional world. And so everything is kind of pointing back, all the energy of consciousness is pointing back to me, 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 me. And so it becomes this sort of dense ball of awareness. And so you lose sight of your infinite potential, your infinite being. So when you do spiritual practices, you're really trying to reverse your normal daily thinking of I'm a person going around doing chores. You know, it's just not, we spend so much time during the day pointing back to this character. And so that becomes our reality. And so few people do spiritual practices to expand, such as what we just did. So you have to, how do you reverse that when every day you think, me, I, my body, my food, my life, you know, everything is my, me. Ego just becomes stronger and stronger. And so, you know, my feeling is we have to spend at least some time trying to get back to that expansive nature. Because our original essence was infinite being, originally. And somehow consciousness decided to contract on itself and put it into a tiny, tiny little container and say, this is me, and I'm separate from the universe. So this is a matter of remembering who you are. If you want to remember, you have to try. You have to make some effort to do some of these meditations to kind of reverse the trend, which tends to be on this earth, individual personhood. And so, and not just this lifetime, but the body dies and the consciousness goes on and it continues the same belief system, carries it on into the next body, and then our spiritual path starts all over again. And we try to remember what we're doing here and you know, what happened? Well, how do we become so small? The universe is infinite. How do we become a tiny little speck, a little grain of sand on a vast beach? Why did we choose to become so tiny? And we did choose it. And it's a big choice. This is probably the key message today, is there is an absolute choice to become a dense, suffering human being that struggles a lot, or to point towards infinity and contemplate and meditate on that, to become wide and untouched by pain and suffering and hurt. Even if the body does fall apart, your consciousness is huge. Your consciousness contains everything. You're not this body.